Welcome back to a brand new PTCG live video. Today I'll be showcasing the new ENDS Zoroark EX with the newly released set Journey Together. So with that being said, let's get into the deck list. Let's see which new cards we'll be running. So we do run a full 4-4 line of the ENDS Zorua as well as the ENDS Zoroark EX here for that ability trade, which is really good as well. It's basically a built-in draw engine where we can discard a card from our hand to draw 2 new cards. And then we do have the Night Joker for the 2 Dark Energies, where we can basically just copy the attack of one of your ENDS Pokemon that is on your bench. So some of those attacks that we'll want to copy here will be the ENDS Darmanitan here for that Flame Body Cannon, where we can do 90 damage to the active, as well as snipe them for 90 damage onto one of their benched Pokemon. And do keep in mind we will end up discarding the 2 Dark Energies from Zoroark EX after we copy this attack. And then we also do run the 1 copy of the ENDS Reshiram here. That Powerful Rage is pretty good. If your opponent is not able to take a clean 1-hit KO on your Zoroark EX, we can basically return double damage and do 20 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. And then the second attack, the Virtuous Flame, we can do 170 base damage, is some pretty decent damage. And then we do run the 1 copy of the Budew here for some cheap item lock with the Itchy Pollen. We can do 10 base damage, and then during your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards from their hand. And then lastly, we do have the 1 copy of the Fezandipiti EX for some draw support with the ability Flip the Script. If we had a Pokemon knocked out last turn, we can draw 3 cards for this. And then moving on to the trainer cards, a notable new item card that we get will be the ENDS PP Up. We do run 3 of these, where this will be our Energy Acceleration, where we can attach a basic energy card from our discard pile to one of our benched ENDS Pokemon. And then for our Ace spec, we do run the Unfair Stamp. We can only use this if we had a Pokemon knocked out last turn, and then both players shuffle their hand into their deck, and then you get to draw 5 cards, and then your opponent is stuck drawing just 2 cards. And then for our Stadium cards, we have the 2 copies of the ENDS Castle, where all ENDS Pokemon in play for both you and your opponent have no retreat cost. As well as we do run the 1 copy of the Pokemon League Headquarters, where attacks used by basic Pokemon in play for both you and your opponent will cost 1 colorless energy extra. And then for our supporter cards, we have the 4 Arven, where you can search out your deck for an item card and a tool card. The 2 Boss's Orders for gusting up one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. The 4 copies of Iono for draw support as well as hand disruption. And then moving on to the tool cards, we do have the Binding Mochi. If our active Pokemon has poison status on it, we can do an extra 40 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. And we do have the 1 copy of the Defiance Band. If we are behind in prizes, we can do an extra 30 more damage to your opponent's active. And then lastly, we do have the 1 copy of the TM Evolution. Very good if we go second. We can quickly evolve up 2 Pokemon in just 1 turn. And then for our energy cards, we got the 2 copies of the Reversal Energy, just in case we want to use Darmanitan's attack and we are behind in prizes. And then lastly, we do have the 6 basic Dark Energies. So those are all of the cards in this deck that I want to talk about. And let us see how they'll do in the matches. And it looks like there's going to be Dragapult, so this is definitely going to be a challenger to take seriously. They took 2 mulligans. We did win the coin toss, and we decided to go second for this game. We get 2 cards. Another Buddy Poffin. Oh wow, looks like they got a bad starting hand. When you see Ultra Ball being the first card that they play, that means they got a pretty bad hand. They get rid of the TM Devolution and Ultra Ball for Dreepy. Oh wow, both Darumakas are prized. That is crazy. Now let's get the TM evolution. Oh no, wait, they're not both prized. Okay, they're still in the deck actually. See, get the Darmanitan and the Zoroark. Wow, what are the odds? They got Rare Candy, Dragapult, and Arven, so they got Sparkling Crystal that they can just pick up with Arven. Yeah, Sparkling Crystal and Ultra Ball. Oh wow, they're down to one card. Okay, so never mind. I don't know, let's try some item lock here, because we still need more time to build up Zoroark EX here. And then maybe let's get Unfair Stamp for later. I don't know, let's item lock them. Yeah, they got the energy card, very convenient. They go into Dragapult. Hopefully that's not a boss. Yeah, they just go for the Phantom Dive here. So we did play that pretty well. Let's see. Yeah, let's go for Unfair Stamp. Even though they'll just get 2 cards, but we'll get a fresh hand here. Maybe let's put out... we'll save it. See, they super rod, just the 1 energy. Yeah, just the 1 energy back into the deck. Let's see what they do here. Yeah, they're in pretty bad shape. That's because they're basically in top deck mode here. Okay, let's use flip the script. Yeah, let's use Powerful Rage. So I get Buddy Poffin and League Headquarters. Oh wow, they just passed, they don't do anything. See if we can get another energy card here, get rid of Buddy Poffin. Okay, there it is. Yeah, they just concede here. And they have us go first, which is, I guess, okay. I feel like maybe we do better going second, honestly. See, to get Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Okay, looks like it's gonna be a mirror match here. And they use the Iono, so that's kind of bad. We lose our Zoroark EX. Okay, we get one back. That works out. And the Darmanitan. Yeah, let's go for Iono. We need an energy card. And we don't get it. Yeah, let's just end turn. Pretty unfortunate. Not a single dark type energy. They get Zoroark EX. Yeah, so it's basically an even playing board almost. I got 2 Zoroarks and the Darmanitan, the Ultra Ball. Iono and Super Rod away for ends Reshiram. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. We used both of our trade, yeah. Let's see, looks like they're running Power Glass. They trade again. So it looks like they don't really have the greatest cards. They got Monkey Dory, so it's a very similar build to ours, but they got some different cards here. They go for the Itchy Pollen again. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Night Joker here. Yeah, I didn't really want to go for the 90 base damage, bench damage, because they'll just give us 30 damage back with Monkey Dory probably when they find that Dark Energy. So we do pick up Reshiram from our prize cards, which is really good because we definitely do need it for this matchup. Let's see, they're going to use trade. Hopefully they don't use something like Machinations or something. That'd be really bad. Because that Budew definitely did buy them so many turns. Because, like, what are we up to here? Turn 4. Yeah, and they do get the Dark type energy on Monkey Dory. So what would they have to do? 220 damage to knock us out? And I really don't think they're going to use Iono here. They definitely burned through all of their Ionos very early on. They've got 3 and then discard. Let's see, a Defiance Band. So they're up to 200. Okay, we just make it. Just made it. Let's go for trade. Get rid of Buddy Poffin. Get rid of a Darumaka. Yeah, let's just go for Night Joker, use that powerful rage, 520 damage. Let's see what we pick up here. Dark Energy and PP up. I was kind of surprised the Reshiram got prized, pretty bad. They go into end Zoroark EX, they got no energy cards in play. Another Zorua, okay. I think we should be good here. They use trade again, so get rid of Ultra Ball. Another Reshiram. So that's pretty interesting. They got two of them. Yeah, I feel like they don't stand a chance here. There's nothing they can do. Like, they can put reversal energy maybe actually on the Darmanitan and go for sniping damage, because that would knock us out, and put 90 damage on something else. So they could do that. Could they run reversals? They have one in the discard already, so that's kind of bad. They would have to dig up another one, assuming they have it. Yeah, they just go into Reshiram here. They don't have it. Ends PP up. Let's see if we can dig up a boss's orders here. That's basically what we need. Counter catcher. So even that's not going to really do much. We do have Pecharunt to switch out. Wow, I can't believe we can't find a boss here. Wow. Do we still have Mochi in the deck? Should still be there. I don't know, let's try the Iono here. No Mochi at all. Oh no, wait, we actually already have our Mochi in play. That's kind of unfortunate. Let's see, they're gonna move damage counters over. Maybe they won't put him on Zoroark EX because it will get knocked out to poison damage. Okay, no, they didn't move him over to Zoroark EX. Let's see what they do here. This isn't looking too good, honestly. They go into Zoroark EX. I guess they might knock us out the Virtuous Flame. They go for the trade, so they're gonna draw 2 cards. Yeah, I feel like they're probably gonna knock us out. Yeah. Yeah, let's get rid of their Monkey Dory here. Okay, looks like they're probably just gonna attack the snipe attack and knock out Zorua. Ends PP up. Or did they knock us out? No, they boss us? I'm not sure why they boss us for the Pecharunt, honestly. If that's the case, I feel like we basically take the easy win because we could use the outburst, do 60 damage for each prize card, and do 240 to their Fezandipiti if we can gust it. Well, actually, never mind. They're gonna knock it out. Because if they have max spell and they gusted it, they're probably gonna knock it out, actually. Because I don't want to put damage on Zoroark EX because then they get hit for double. But either way, I don't see any way they can win this. Reversal energy on Darmanitan. Yeah, they go for the Night Joker. I'm assuming it's gonna be for the Virtuous Flame. Yeah, it's the 170 plus 50. Yeah, that's all we need here is boss. And there's the last prize card, Buddy Poffin. There we go. It looks like it's probably gonna be a dark type deck. We did win the coin toss and we decided to go first here. And they got dark type sleeves. This could be maybe Roaring Moon, Ancient Box. Okay, looks like it's probably gonna be Charizard. Yeah, we're just gonna go for the Itchy Pollen. Looks like it's kind of taking a while to find a supporter card or any useful trainers here. So we're just gonna go for item lock. They already got 2 energies on Charmander. Yeah, they just pass again. What do you get? We finally get the Zoroark EX. And then let's go for the Iono here. Get rid of Ultra Ball. Yeah, we already used trade twice. Looks like we'll just have to go for the item lock again. See, they got Charmeleon. Let's see, prevent all effects used by attacks by your opponent. So we should be good for the Darmanitan's attack. Yeah, and they are item locked, so they can't play any rare candies, Buddy Poffins, or any like Pokemon searching item cards. So they're kind of stuck. Okay, they go for TM Evolution. I'm kind of surprised they didn't play a supporter card, actually. And they just pass again. See, let's trade away Nest Ball. Okay, we finally get an energy card. Now let's get rid of Zorua. Let's get rid of Nest Ball. Yeah, let's just play Arven, get the PP up. Okay, there's only 2 of them. Yeah, let's get rid of Charmeleon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just going to concede here. Reshiram and Arven. Kind of unfortunate that Reshiram was prized. We only run 1 of them, so if we needed it, it would have been prized for until we got it. So it's a pretty good attack to copy. Also the Powerful Rage. See, they Ultra Ball. They get rid of rare candy. So yeah, they did have rare candy in their hand, wanting to use it, but they were item locked, so they couldn't. And they even had the Ultra Ball as well. They pick up Pidgeot. Do they have another rare candy? Mela. They draw until they have 6. And they get another Charmander, another Pidgey. Interesting. Oh, they even have the rare candy for Pidgeot. Oh wow, they still have the Quick Search actually also. So I don't know if they can make a comeback from this. It will be kind of tough. Kind of feel bad we put the Ents Castle out, because they're just gonna clean that right off the board. see, get rid of counter catcher. Yeah, no, this is kind of bad. And now let's put Mochi. Maybe let's just try the Iono here. Yeah, no dice. We really should have just saved the End's Castle. See, they use that Infernal Rain, so I'm gonna get the 3 fire energies here. I don't know why they're setting up another Pidgeot. Interesting, they just stay inactive. Nest Ball. I really hope the other End's Castle's not prized. That'd be so bad. Okay, we do draw it. See, End's PP up. See, they go into Charizard here. They bench a Charmander. I feel like we can just win the game if we just build up the other end Zoroark EX on the bench with a 240. And I don't think they knock us out. They do, what, an extra 90 damage? 270. Yeah, let's get rid of Buddy Poffin. We definitely don't need that. Night Stretcher. So yeah, I completely forgot we do not have the Reshiram on our bench. See, they super run. See, they got a bunch of Pokemon back. Yeah, this is a pretty long game, honestly. Mostly just because we kind of misplayed a little bit, where we didn't get Reshiram onto our bench. We wound up filling up our entire bench, making it kind of tough on ourselves. But I think we should be able to get the win this turn here. Have this all come together. Okay, there's the Reshiram. It was all the way on the bottom of the deck. Wow, that is kind of bad. Yeah, let's just go for the Itchy Pollen here. So one of the ends PP ups. No, actually we did use them all, actually. Yeah, so we had no chance last turn of setting up in time. And I get a feeling they're probably gonna gust us up here. See, quick search. This has to be boss. Has to, yeah, it is boss. And they gust up the Zoroark with the Defiance Band. I'm not sure why. Yeah, they go for Burning Darkness. They should have knocked out the one with the damage on it, honestly. Yeah, but we do take the win here. Use Powerful Rage, 540. There we go, there's the last two prizes of the game. Unfair Stamp and Boss was prized. Well, those are all the games. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.